Hey there, good morning, good Monday morning. I am delighted to be here and excited to uh, engage with you, anybody that shows up today. My name is Amira Hall, and I'm just trying to figure out my Zoom signals here and where I'm at. Yes, so I'm coming to you live today, and as I said, I'm Amira Hall, and I am a psychic medium, but more than that, I help people turn their pain into power and manifest their desires, create desires into reality. And so I'm super excited to explain to you, over the past 25 years that I've been doing this work, I've been sort of looking lately at the themes of what people are going through. And God knows over the last 3 years, we've been displaced. We've been going through a lot of changes, reinventing ourselves, creating our next chapters, and being more creative in ways that we never thought we could be or would be. And I was looking at this energy of procrastination. And so if you're somebody that feels like you keep putting things off, or you just can't get to something that's really important to you, or whether it's your health, whether it's a career, whether it's a relationship, you keep putting it off. And so I wanted to talk about that because a lot of people I find beat themselves up. They resist what they need to be doing, and then they sort of punish themselves or don't applaud themselves for what they have been doing in the right things. So I made a list of the top 10 things that people can do to help them overcome procrastination. And one of the first things is acknowledging it or admitting it. And I think once we acknowledge it, that we're stuck, or that we haven't been able to take a step or make progress in a particular aspect or area of our life, that's key. That's acknowledging that it's present. And I don't look at it like there's something bad or you've got a personality flaw. Literally, as a psychic medium, I see energy. So I'm seeing the energetic block that's interfering with you taking your step. And, I work with a lot of very successful people, and I know that if they knew what to do or how to get past it, they would, or to fix it, they would. So choosing a place where you can focus on what it is that you want. So I think your environment really plays a part in that. If you're constantly immersed in helter-skelter, crazy chaos environments, then there's no wonder that energetics they're literally bombarding you, and you can't get to what it is that you're putting off. So I have some techniques that I like to do. For instance, I hate doing taxes. So I always tell my students, what I do is, and I imagine in my mind sticking it in a bubble. So if you've got something in your mind that is just something that's nagging you, put it in a bubble in your mind and give it a grounding cord or a USB wire to the center of the earth, and just let it simmer for a minute. It might be a week. I mean, sometimes I do that with those taxes that are just, one of my pet peeves every year. So that's what I do to help release and discharge the anxiety or the frustration or the resentment or any of those feelings that seem to come up. Now, when we are procrastinating, oftentimes there's distractions, there's other people, there's situations in our life, maybe that need to be eliminated. Perhaps it's a person that is taking up your time and not letting you get to what really matters to you. So I think that's key in you being able to get clear, is eliminate the outside distractions. Put yourself in an environment where you can focus on yourself or the next thing that is on your list to do. And, a lot of times people make these long lists of goals. At the new year, I made a short on YouTube about not setting goals and not making more plans. How about looking at the things that you would like to change within yourself, or something that you'd like to make progress on, rather than setting up these long lists of goals and sheet of things that you've got to do? That just adds more overwhelm. And energetically speaking, it adds to your procrastination problem. So that can send you into a spiral in the wrong direction, so to speak. Because, staying busy for just the sake of being busy isn't productive. You might think, because you're checking things off in your list, okay, now I can relax, or I'll get to be relaxed when I've got those 10 things on my list done, then I can finally. Well, I think that you need to sort of reverse the equation here, because you won't feel fulfilled or feel accomplished just because those things are done. That doesn't make you feel better about yourself. There's really an underlying issue there. Another thing that can really help when you're procrastinating doing something, let's say it's meditation, because that's my favorite topic, is if you're not able to meditate, you need to have a tool or a support system, perhaps join a group where you can plug into that and they can help keep you accountable. Or when you commit to that once a week meditation group or practice, it helps build the energetic field so that you stay committed and stay plugged in, and giving yourself enough time to benefit from that practice. So whether it's learning a new language, whether it's going for a walk every day or every other day, giving yourself a group or a system that can help you stay on track, that helps. Another thing that I find helps with procrastination is reward yourself. Let's say if you sat down for your meditation, then you sat back and you gave yourself a nice cup of tea, or go take yourself out for a cup of coffee, or give yourself some time to visit with some friends that you haven't done in the past. You're whatever that reward is. I'm avoiding the word food or rewarding with food. I know that's Pavlov dog example, but that can also be a double-edged sword, right? So I'm looking for a healthy solution or something that would reinforce what you just did for yourself. And so that can be helpful. As I said, holding yourself accountable, joining a group or committing to once a day. I made this challenge to coming live to speak to you, getting myself out of my comfort zone and committing to me. It's not, it's about you, and I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to hear where you're struggling or procrastinating with. And so if you could, please leave your comment in the section below, because YouTube will show this video to more people when you make that comment. So that really matters to me. And if you're new to me, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be coming with more tips and ideas and some interviews that I think you're going to really like. So, stop complicating things. I find a lot of my clients just overcomplicate everything. And another thing they do is they just overanalyze everything. I've got a great tool for clearing off what I call the analyzer. We just go around and around and around and around. We have to literally stop. I find my grounding cord is very helpful with that too, is just stop that spinning circuit of thoughts. And we have over 70,000 thoughts in a day. We process that many thoughts. I mean, really, I can't think about what I said just a few minutes ago, never mind all the thoughts coming down the bike. So as energetic sensitives, and I know you probably are too, whether you acknowledge that you're an empath or not, we're all energy beings. We're spiritual beings. We are having this human experience. And so with the barrage of electronics and barrage of websites and information coming at us all day long, and the demands from the outside world, we can get stuck in that spin, and we get into this bad habit of overanalyzing things that literally is exhausting. It really eats up your energetic field, one, to create something new and positive for yourself, and getting truth. That is what delineates, I think, a good psychic medium from somebody that is just downloading constant streams of information. You have to be able to disseminate or discern what is exactly appropriate for what a goal or dream or your desire. So when we're barraged with all these thoughts and feelings and energies, it literally can cause procrastination. So getting a clear mind and getting still, distilling, that's a great thing. And Also, as I alluded to in the very beginning, is, don't be so hard on yourself because you keep putting something off. I find that sometimes that can actually be saving the day. Maybe I've been putting off going for that walk, but in terms of, hey, I did something else that was really important to me today. So I'll make a commitment to go for my walk later in the day. And so we've got to learn to create a balance. And perhaps that ideal that I set for walking every morning at 8 a.m., it's not suiting me in the cold winter. So I can adjust that and do something else. So it's not that I'm procrastinating, but I'm negotiating with myself or compromising perhaps in a way that's going to better suit myself. So I'm not stuck, and I'm not going to be so hard on myself for missing the mark, so to speak. So I'm going to leave it there today. I just want to invite you, if you're looking for your next level or trying to create a plan for yourself to just getting clear and figuring out what the next step is, go ahead and click the link in the comments where I offer you a complimentary session to connect with me. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to know where you're stuck, where you're procrastinating, and what is really in your heart of hearts that you'd like to create or accomplish. And if you don't even know what that is, that's okay too, because I've been there. I know what that's like. So go ahead and have a magical week. I'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, same time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And I want you to tune in to the live and leave your precious comments for me. I'm going to have a special guest on Wednesday. She's also a psychic medium who's been on the journey for a long time, just like myself. So we'll have some tips for you to share with you and share with your friends. So if you like this, please share it. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you. Until then, have a magical day.